Oke, bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Arkanfila and today I'm gonna tell you about the story of Abu Bakar as-Siddiq. So, long ago in the sacred city of Mecca, when the world was still wrapped in ignorance and the light of guidance had not yet fully risen, there lived a man whose heart was pure, gentle, and filled with wisdom. His name was Abu Bakar ibnu Abi Quhafa, but history remembers him with a greater title is As-Siddiq, the one who affirmed the truth. Abu Bakr was born in the noble tribe of Quraysh, respected for his honesty, kindness, and ability to connect with people. From a young age, he stayed away from the common vice of his people. He never bowed to idols, never touched intoxicants, and never spoke falsehood. In a society where tribal pride and arrogance dominate, Abu Bakr stood out as a man of humility and compassion. He was a successful merchant, but wealth never blinded him. Instead, he used his research to help those in need. When Messenger of Allah, Prophet Muhammad SAW, received the first revelation and began to share the message of Islam, the people of Mecca mocked him, denied him, and turned against him. But Abu Bakr, without hesitation and without a moment of doubt, believed. He embraced the truth that the very moment he heard it. That is why he is called Hasidic, because when others doubt it, he affirmed it. Abu Bakr's faith was not passive, it was active, courageous, and filled with sacrifice. He was among the very first to call others to Islam. Through his effort, great companions like Utsman bin Affan, Talha ibn Ubaidullah, Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, and Abdurrahman bin Auf entered Islam. He spent his wealth to free slaves who were tortured for believing. Most famously, Bilal bin Rabah, who was dragged across the burning sands with stone placed on his chest. When others looked away, Abu Bakr stepped forward and bought Bilal freedom, saying, "Bilal is for Allah, not for me." So his loyalty to the Prophet Muhammad was unmatched. Once, during the migration from Mecca to Medina, the Prophet sought refuge in the cave of Tawhar. The Quraysh hunting them came so close that Abu Bakr whispered in fear, "A messenger of Allah, if they look down at their feet, they will see us." The Prophet Muhammad SAW, with calm assurance, replied, "Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us." And in that moment, Abu Bakr's trembling heart was steadied by faith. In Medina, Abu Bakr was always by the Prophet's side, in prayer, in counsel, in battle, and in hardship. At the Battle of Badr, at Uhud, and Hunain, he stood firm when the Muslim faced hunger. He gave whatever he owned when the Prophet asked the companion, the companions to give in charity. Umar ibn al-Khattab brought half his wealth, hoping to surpass Abu Bakr. But Abu Bakr arrived with all that he possessed. The Prophet asked him, "What have you left for your family, O Abu Bakr?" He replied simply, "I left them Allah and His Messenger." Perhaps on one of the most emotional moments in history came when the Prophet Muhammad SAW passed away. The city of Medina was shaken. The companion wept. unable to believe it. Umar in grief declared, "Whoever says Muhammad is dead, I will strike him, for he has only gone to his Lord as Musa went to the mountain." But Abu Bakr, steady and calm, entered the room of the Prophet, kissed his blessed forehead, and whispered, "You are beautiful in life and you are beautiful in death." Then he walked to the mosque and recited to the people the verse from the Quran, eh, from the Quran 144. Muhammad is no more than a messenger. Many messengers have passed away before him. If he dies or is killed, will you then turn back on your heels? At that moment, the thought struck the companion. Umar himself fell silent, his knees weak. The reality of the Prophet passing was accepted, and it was Abu Bakr who gave strength to Ummah when it was most broken. Soon after Abu Bakr was chosen as the first Caliph, the leader of the Muslim, thought his rule lasted only 2 years. Those years shaped the future of Islam forever. The community faced rebellion, tribe breaking away, and false prophet raising. Many thought Islam would collapse without the Prophet, but Abu Bakr, with firm resolve, declared, "By Allah, even if they withhold a rock that they used to give to the messenger of Allah, I will fight them for it." His leadership was not about power, but about service. He would personally go out to check on windows, milk their animals, and sweep their home. Even as the Khalifa, he lived with the simplicity of an ordinary man. When he passed away, he left behind almost nothing, having given his life and wealth to cause of Islam. Abu Bakr legacy is not only in the victories won or the leadership shown. It is in his unshakable faith, his unwavering loyalty, and his deep love for the truth. He was the man who never doubted, never hesitated, and always stood by the Prophet. To this day, when Muslims speak of faith, truth, and of friendship, the name of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq is remembered with reverence. He was the companion of the cave, the liberator, and the oppressed, the pillar of the Ummah after the Prophet, and above all, the friend who stood firm when the world seemed to fall apart. And so the story Abu Bakr teaches us this: true greatness is not titles or wealth, but in belief, sacrifice, and steadfastness in the face of trial. Okay, maybe that's just all I can tell the story to you all. Sorry if I have some mistake. Belas I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.